Welcome to Friday Night SmackDown, everyone. As you can see, Big E Langston coming to the ring here for his match. As you can see, he's got an opponent here, Jack Swagger. We've got a big show planned tonight. We've got Cesaro versus Dean Ambrose. We've got The Miz versus Tyson Kidd, among other matches. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. This match is next. Okay, so here we are. Big E Langston versus Jack Swagger. Jack Swagger, a former American champion, a former world champion, an amateur wrestler at college. We've also got Big E Langston, former Intercontinental champion, former manager of Dolph Ziggler, a man who has had many battles with Jack Swagger in the past. They're going at it tonight, two big guys. Jack Swagger, much taller than Big E Langston. Big E coming in at just under 6 foot, with Jack Swagger coming in at 6'6", but Langston definitely the stronger of the two men in this battle. So they're both former champions, they're both going at it. The question is, who's going to be the better fighter here tonight? They're both looking quite equal in the early goings here. We'll see how it goes. So here's Big E Langston lifting Jack Swagger out of ease and going straight for the what looked like the torture rack, but actually turned into a drop of some sort. And again, Langston dominating here in the early goings. It was quite equal to start with, but now Langston's getting on top. And as I say that, Swagger getting on Langston, but Langston reversing, twisting the arm, and now for a snapmare. He's got Swagger's arms behind his back, wearing him down in the early goings in this match. You can see the chalk on Langston's hands there. He's a weightlifter, chalks up before he lifts the weight, so he does it before matches, just so he can get better grip of the opponent. You got Swagger there, who is an amateur wrestler. He's not a bodybuilder. You won't see any chalk on his hands, but what you will see is a rough amateur wrestling background, although he is not adverse to showing his true colours, dirty moves, low blows, pokes to the eyes, anything to win. So here we go, putting Langston into the corner. You got Langston, who generally sticks to the rules here, versus Swagger that shoots. We'll see if that comes into effect tonight. And there's a brutal DDT to the knee of Big E Langston. Jack Swagger dragging Langston across the ring, showing his strength. He's going for the pin, but Big E easily gets out of that one. Now Big E, what's he going to do here? Nice snap suplex there, keeping it simple, keeping it quick. He's now just been taken out by Swagger. That snap suplex not doing enough to Swagger to keep him down. Gets straight back up with the clothesline. But Big E is also up, and as I say that, he gets a backdrop from Jack Swagger. Very back and forth match here. Big leg drop by Swagger there. And now Langston going for the torture rack. He went for what looked like the torture rack twice, but ended up sitting down, bouncing Swagger off his shoulders. That time he actually goes for the torture rack. And now Swagger reversing Langston, getting the upper hand here. Another leg drop. He goes for the chop block, but completely misses. Langston moving out the way there. Look at this, Langston's got him on his shoulders. The Big E, the big ending. Langston goes straight for the pin. 1, 2, 3. So there we go, Langston getting the victory over Jack Swagger in a very quick but very competitive match. So there we go, here is the post-match replay. There we have where it all fell down for Swagger. He went for the chop block, completely missed. And there we go, there's the pinfall after the big ending. So there we have Big E standing victorious, lifting his arms into the air. So thank you for joining us for this match. We'll be with you with the second match in just a few seconds. Okay, so welcome back to SmackDown. This is the second match. We've got the Usos, so you can see getting in the ring here. They're facing the tag team champions Stardust and Goldust in a non-championship match. Okay, so here we are. We've got Stardust and Goldust versus the Usos here on Friday Night SmackDown. So we had Goldust losing on main event on Tuesday. Jey Uso won his match, so that's got to give the Usos the confidence over Gold and Stardust. But we'll see what happens. It doesn't always make a difference, but the momentum's definitely on the side of the Usos tonight. So we have the Usos trying to go for a double team in the start, but Stardust manages to reverse. Okay, so we got a massive suplex from Jimmy Uso here. So we've got a big match here. We've got Stardust versus Jimmy Uso in the ring. Jey Uso and Goldust on the outside. Another single leg Boston Crab was tried before, but Stardust gets straight to the ropes there. Stardust rolling out the way of the stomp, but he's going to get thrown into the corner. He reverses it again. That's the second time he's thrown Jimmy back into the corner. He definitely doesn't want the Usos to get the tag tonight, stopping them from doing so. Here we go. Grapple between Stardust and Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso getting the upper hand, going in for the scoop slam there. Stardust seems to have had enough. He's getting up. Oh, Jey Uso grabbing Stardust and Jimmy Uso with the slap. That's very uncharacteristic of them. They usually play by the rules. It's usually Stardust and Goldust that don't, but maybe they're just preempting and doing the attack first. So we go Jimmy Uso kicking Stardust off the apron, and now he jumps out the ring onto Stardust, but Stardust manages to get out the way. Jimmy Uso crashes to the ground there, and Jey Uso throws Stardust back into the ring. Here we have Stardust going over to Goldust, but Goldust dropping off the apron. I wonder what that's all about. Seems like he's making Stardust fight the battle on his own. What's Stardust doing here? A walking knee drop there. You've got Goldust willing Stardust on, but he would not tag him earlier on in this match. Seems to be a weird dynamic here. Maybe Goldust just making Stardust learn some lessons in the ring. So you've got Stardust, who's young and inexperienced, versus Goldust, who is experienced. But here we go, he's accepting the tag this time. He's going in, trying to hit Jimmy Uso in the face, but Jimmy Uso moves out of the way. And then he puts Goldust straight into the suplex. So you've now got Goldust versus Jimmy Uso. Jey Uso has not been involved in the match yet, but Jimmy Uso throws Goldust into the corner. But Goldust, just like his brother, stopping Jimmy Uso from getting to the rope to tag his partner. And Goldust again throwing Jimmy Uso into the corner, but this time it's Jimmy Uso coming out of the corner, kicking Goldust. Nice scoop slam there. Jimmy Uso going over to the corner, getting on the top rope, but he gets punched. Goldust going after Jey Uso. If he gets that Jimmy's on the rope, Jimmy's getting up, tries to punch Goldust. Goldust moves and he jumps onto the floor. Jimmy Uso completely missing Goldust there. This match seems to be falling apart for the Usos at the moment. Stardust and Goldust seem to have the upper hand here. But there we go. You can't count Jimmy Uso out so quickly. He reverses Goldust chop there. So now Jimmy Uso's in the corner, does a nice springboard crossbody off the corner ropes. But he gets thrown into the other corner. Goldust very resilient, constantly coming back here tonight. And now Jimmy Uso in the one-legged Boston Crab. He's not in it, but he's putting Goldust in it. That's what I meant to say. Got a spinning kick there from Jimmy Uso. Nice one there. Jey Uso looking desperate for the tag on the corner there. So we have Jimmy going up to Jey, giving him the tag. So you've got a fresh Jey Uso now in the ring with Goldust, who's been in for about 2 minutes. Doesn't sound like a lot, but if you've been in the ring like these guys have, you'll know that that's very tiring. Even just 2 minutes of wrestling. But here we go. Jey's already tagged Jimmy back in. Nice double team there. Jey throwing Goldust up for Jimmy to do the Samoan drop. Jey wants back in. Obviously they want some quick tags going on here. But Goldust reversing the Irish Whip there, slamming Jimmy Uso onto the ground. And Goldust with the drop kick there, leaving Jimmy Uso on the floor. Jimmy Uso getting up, he's not having any of this. Spinning kick, but he gets stopped by Goldust with a chop. So there we go, Jey Uso getting involved there, but Goldust slapping Jey Uso off the apron. That's what you get for getting involved in a match that you're not part of at that moment in time. So here we go, Jimmy Uso getting fired up now. But Goldust trying to cut him off. Does the schoolboy pin? What's this? Jimmy Uso getting Goldust into the pin now, but Stardust breaking it up. He was already in there to stop Jey Uso from breaking Goldust cover up. Goldust with another schoolboy pin, and Jimmy Uso with another reversal. 1, 2, just a 2 count there. Again, Stardust getting involved. I don't think we're going to get a pinfall just yet. So there's Goldust throwing Jimmy Uso to the outside. He went over to Stardust to look for the tag, but came back. Again, seems to be playing mind games with his brother there, but now Stardust is tagged in. Stardust being pushed there. Goes into the Dragon Screw. A vicious assault on the arm there. That definitely was not warranted. He goes for the pinfall right in his corner, but Jimmy Uso manages to kick out. Jimmy Uso starting to feel tired now. 1, 2. So a quick pinfall there, but nothing comes of it. Stardust reverses it. Jimmy Uso reverses it again. Another 2 count. Stardust reversing it. I think Jimmy Uso got a bit bored of those pin reversals. Here we go. What's this? Paying homage to his dad, the Rikishi driver, to Stardust. He's going up to the top rope. What are we seeing here? And a frog splash. A frog splash from Jimmy Uso. Jay's in the ring. The pinfall. 1, 2, just the 2 count. Stardust resilient, kicks out there. He's straight back up into the action. But what's this here? Jimmy Uso calling out into the air, but getting stopped by Stardust. Now with another scoop slam. Goes to the corner, tags his brother in. He's only been in for about 30 seconds of this match, so we now have a fresh Jey Uso versus Stardust, who's kind of fresh. He's been in, then he was out, and then he was back in again, so he's had a rest. But he's been in for a lot longer than Jey Uso. Jey Uso with the single leg Boston Crab there, but Goldust reverses it. Jimmy Uso, I should say Jey Uso, taking the time there to do a taunt, but he gets thwarted by Stardust. Nice double team, double elbow there. So the experienced wrestler of the pair of Stardust and Goldust now in the ring. Goldust debuted in the 90s to the WWE. He's also been in WCW and TNA. Oh, look at that. Stardust tagging himself in there. Goldust has been playing mind games with Stardust for the whole match. I think Stardust has had enough and is playing some of his own mind games with his brother. Tags himself in. Goldust did not look too happy. Here's Stardust dragging Jey Uso. Going for the pin right in his corner, but Jey Uso kicking out. Remember, Jey Uso quite fresh in this matchup. If that was Jimmy, he may have had a harder time kicking out. But there we go, Jey Uso kicking Stardust in the back of the head. What's going on here? Are we going to see a Samoan drop from the Samoan? Yes, we are. Big Samoan drop to Stardust. That kind of move takes it out of you. It's one of those big moves that can take you right out of a match, and it looks like he's going for another. Is this the beginning of the end for Stardust? Here we go, look at this. Jey Uso getting amped up, and again. Stardust getting back up, but Jey Uso just not having any of it. But Stardust with the reversal, a big belly-to-belly suplex. And now he's going to tag Goldust, who willingly accepts the tag after being cheated out of his time in the ring. He runs straight into Jey with a big clothesline. And Jey with a spinning kick. And what we're going to see here, he's got the arms hooked. Nice suplex there with the hooked arms. Not much Goldust could do there to reverse it. Oh, Jey Uso there hitting Goldust. I should say Jimmy Uso on the outside hitting Goldust. Don't know why he did that. Oh, and a nice catch from Jey Uso there, putting Goldust through the Samoan drop. So what's this? A nice big super kick there from Jey Uso. Where is he dragging Goldust to? What's he going to do now? He's on the top rope and he goes for the splash. Looks like he hurt himself a bit there. What's going on? He goes for the pinfall. 1, 2. Stardust getting in the ring before Jimmy Uso could get in the ring. Breaks up the pin. Goldust there. Reversing the corner move. Running out of the corner. Goes and tags his brother Stardust. This is such a back and forth match. Guys keep coming in and out of the ring. Stardust and Goldust just keep swapping. Jey Uso though is still quite fresh compared to Stardust and Goldust, who have now both had a frog splash executed on them. But a nice big DDT there from Stardust. Shades of Gangrel there. So he kicks Jey Uso in the back. Stardust looking a bit worse for wear, but he manages to reverse it. A nice slam there, just like his brother Goldust does. But Jimmy Uso holding Stardust back. Again, not the type of behaviour you usually see from the Usos, because of the deceptiveness of the Dust Brothers in the recent weeks and months. It's understandable that they want to get in and play dirty before the Dust Brothers can. What are we seeing here? Is this going to be diving headbutt to the lower back of Stardust? Now Stardust bounced off the ropes there, and here we go, catch, he picks him up, but no, Stardust reverses into a rib breaker there. Big rib breaker from Stardust, and he goes for the pin. Not done nearly enough to Jey Uso to see him pin there, but he is throwing him into the corner, possibly for a double team move. He's probably going to tag Goldust in. What's going on here? Goldust with the double axe handle to the wrist of Jey Uso. But Jey Uso straight back on the attack, throwing Goldust into his own corner. Is Goldust going to get a taste of his own medicine? No, he throws Jey Uso into the corner, puts him on the top rope. What are we going to see here? Jimmy Uso not wanting any of this, not helping his brother out there. Probably doesn't want to get disqualified. He's already grabbed the Rhodes Brothers enough times. So superplex into the pinfall. But again, Jey Uso kicking out. You're not going to get rid of Jey Uso that easily. But here we go. Goldust throwing Jey Uso into the corner. A big splash there with his ass. And he's back into the corner again. What's this? We all know what this is. This is vintage Goldust, to steal a phrase from Michael Cole there. Poor Jey getting it right to the balls. What's going on here? Is Goldust going to win? Goldust and Stardust win the match. Goldust may have lost on not Superstars main event. Jimmy may have won, but that doesn't seem to have made a difference. The Dust Brothers win, the Usos lose. Thank you for watching this match. We'll be back next with another match, the third match of the evening, but first we are going for an advertisement break. So don't go anywhere and join us in a few minutes. People of the UK, are you bored of watching boring English TV? Why not download the WWE Network right now? It's free for this month of November. Oh damn it, that's right. We messed up again. You don't have the WWE Network in the UK. Seems like you'll just have to be without it for another month. God damn it. Okay, so it's time for our third match of the evening. You are back from the advert break. We are back with action from two guys who haven't had a lot of showing in the WWE in recent months or even years. But we're giving them a chance tonight to shine on Raw. We've got Curtis Axel here, the son of Mr. Perfect. He hasn't quite lived up to Mr. Perfect yet, even though he says he's better than perfect, so we'll see if he can prove himself tonight to be better than his father. Mr. Perfect, and we've also got Titus O'Neil. He was part of the Primetime Players. So join us for this match when we return. Okay, so here we are, Titus O'Neil versus Curtis Axel. You've got a third generation superstar, Curtis Axel, Larry the Axe Hennig, and then Mr. Perfect. Oh, nice German suplex there from Curtis Axel versus Titus O'Neil. So you've got Curtis Axel here, former Intercontinental Champion. Titus O'Neil hasn't had any major championships in the WWE as of this moment. So we'll see if he can shine here tonight and defeat Curtis Axel. But none of these guys have really done a lot of note recently. Like I said, just giving them a chance to shine on Monday Night Raw. This may be the last time you see them for a while again if they don't impress tonight. So do make sure that you tape this, put your DVRs in, because it could be the last time you see these two guys. You might see them on main event, you might not see them at all. We might just put them in house shows, because really they haven't made an impact recently. I've been saying Raw, I mean SmackDown. They're on SmackDown, not Raw. Oh, Curtis Axel with a nice net breaker there. This is Friday Night SmackDown. Just so excited for Monday Night Raw. We've got a big show patch. That's why I'm talking about it. Thinking that this is Raw, but it's actually SmackDown. Make sure to subscribe to the network of It's Ajax Time, because we're going to have Monday Night Raw. It's going to be a big show. Been talking to the board of directors recently. There will be a legend returning on Monday night. Can't tell you any more than that. Could be anyone. Make sure you tune in. Like I said, subscribe to the It's Ajax Time network. And then you can see the legend come back. So here we go, back to the match anyway. Got quite an even match so far. The two guys fighting each other. Curtis Axel had Titus O'Neil there on the ground and was stomping him. Titus O'Neil going to the outside, doesn't really have much of a defence against Curtis Axel. He just keeps attacking him, but there we go, throws him over his shoulder. So what's this? He's going to throw him into the barricade, but Curtis Axel falling over and hurting his knee there. This is why we don't have Curtis Axel on any of the main shows, because he just falls over and hurts himself before he even wrestles. Oh, but a nice net breaker there, proving himself there a little bit. We're up to a 6 count. If these guys don't get back into the ring, or at least if Curtis Axel doesn't get back into the ring, he could lose this by count out. He doesn't look to be in any rush to get in the ring. At the last minute he gets in there. Look, Curtis Axel straight on him with a big drop kick, sending him halfway across the ring. So what's this? Massive net breaker there. One of his signature moves. Titus O'Neil kicks out on the 1 count. Still quite early on in the match. Titus may not be the best wrestler, but he is fairly resilient. Another roll-up pin there that amounts to nothing. What is this? There we go. Massive suplex there. Just playing the replays here for you so you can see the impact that it had on him. Curtis Axel defeating Titus O'Neil in their match. Curtis Axel will be on Monday Night Raw as he just defeated Titus O'Neil. Like we said, we'll give these two guys a chance to shine. Titus O'Neil not really doing much, nearly getting himself counted out. Curtis Axel will be on Monday Night Raw. So here we go, Curtis Axel in the ring. We've got a match coming up next. It's going to be The Miz versus Tyson Kidd, so make sure you stick around for that one, and we'll see you then. Okay, so we have The Miz coming to the ring, and he has the WCW Championship around his waist. What's this all about? The Miz isn't the WCW Champion. That title belt's retired. That title belt itself hasn't been used since 1993. Why has The Miz got the WCW, I should say, Championship around his waist. He hasn't earned that. He hasn't won that. What is he doing? This is weird. So we've got The Miz, who's about to face Tyson Kidd, and he's got the WCW Championship around his waist. Why has he got that around his waist? What's going on here? Anyway, let's get to the match. Let's see what he can do to Tyson Kidd. Okay, so as you can see, we've got Justin Gabriel out here with Tyson Kidd. I don't know what that's about. Maybe it's just so The Miz will cheat. As you can see, there's no Damien Mizdow with The Miz tonight. Don't know what's going on there. Maybe The Miz wanted the spotlight all to himself now that he seems to be the new WCW champion. Don't know what's going on there. But Mizdow usually getting involved in The Miz's matches, so Tyson Kidd seems to have some sort of a helping hand out here. But Mizdow isn't even out here. Justin Gabriel just getting involved for no reason. But here we go. Tyson Kidd landing flat on his face. Completely misses The Miz. Got Tyson Kidd there, who hasn't really done much since being in the WWE, versus The Miz, a former WWE champion, a United States champion, a tag team champion. Apparently he's the current WCW champion. We'll have more on that possibly on Monday Night Raw, but possibly later in the show. We'll try and get someone backstage to have a word with him, see what's going on. We haven't heard anything from the board of directors about this WCW championship. WCW hasn't been in existence since 2001. The championship was defended in the WWE for a little bit, as was the United States Championship from WCW and their tag team championships. But that was over 10 years ago. Why has he got the championship now? Got Tyson Kidd just laying into The Miz here. I think he's rallying now that he's got the support from Justin Gabriel. The Miz rolling out the ring there. He's going for a chair, but this is not a no disqualification match. Look at this, what's he doing? He kicks a chair into Tyson Kidd's face. Tyson Kidd wins by the way of disqualification, and look at his neck, it's absolutely folded up. The Miz has been disqualified. Join us after the break. People of the UK, are you bored of watching boring English TV? Why not download the WWE Network right now? It's free for this month of November. Oh damn it, that's right. We messed up again. You don't have the WWE Network in the UK. Seems like you'll just have to be without it for another month. God damn it. Okay, so we're in the last match of the evening. This is Cesaro versus Dean Ambrose. Not to take away from this match, but I did catch up with The Miz backstage during that commercial break. I will be explaining what he is doing with that WCW Championship during this match, so make sure you stick around for Dean Ambrose versus Cesaro. Okay, so here we are, Dean Ambrose versus Cesaro. So we're going to talk now about The Miz and his WCW Championship. I caught up with him, he didn't want to talk to me. What he did say was that he could do whatever the hell he wants. He's an A-lister. He has the power to do whatever he wants. He said that the WCW Championship never meant anything because he never held it. He said that it's been held by guys like Hulk Hogan and Sting and Kevin Nash and Goldberg, and apparently that means nothing because they are B-listers and C-listers. They're not to the level of The Miz. So what he wanted to do, because he loves the WWE so much apparently, he thought he'd take the defunct WCW Championship and turn it into his own and give some meaning to it. Now I don't agree with what he's saying. I think the WCW Championship has a lot of meaning to it. I think that guys like Sting and Goldberg and Kevin Nash are all good wrestlers. They're all good guys. They brought a lot of prestige to that championship. The WCW company did defeat WWE in a while, so there's no reason to discredit their championship. But there we go, there's The Miz. We all know what he's like. Basically tearing apart WCW and saying that their championship is worth nothing. I also asked him where Mizdow was. and it was like I predicted. He wanted to have the spotlight for the WCW Championship. He didn't want people talking about Mizdow. He wanted people talking about himself and the WCW Championship. I also asked him why he felt the need to hit Tyson Kidd with a chair and not have an actual competitive match, and all he really had to say was that he was better than Tyson Kidd and that he didn't have the time to be wrestling such a C-lister. He says that his appearances in Total Divas are just stupid and they're nothing compared to The Miz's film career. So basically, there we go, The Miz being arrogant as ever, taking the WCW Championship into the ring. We'll see what happens on Monday Night Raw regarding that. We'll see if the board of directors say anything to him or take it off him, because I think it's absolutely atrocious that he has the championship, bringing a bad name to it, acting as if he's better than all the former WCW champions, but that's just the way that The Miz is. So we'll see. Anyway, back to the match. Don't want to take away from this awesome match. We've got Dean Ambrose versus Cesaro. No weapons this time. Last week, well, not last week, but on Monday night, there was an Extreme Rules match. Dean Ambrose versus Cesaro. And Cesaro got defeated by Dean Ambrose, but only because Dean Ambrose had loads of weapons. So we'll see how this match plays out this time. It's been quite even so far, but Dean Ambrose right now as I speak, doing a big spinning DDT, and there we go, massive dropkick to Cesaro, who was running. That's got to do a lot of damage to Cesaro. He was running right into that dropkick. Dean Ambrose rolling out the ring there, he doesn't want any of this. Cesaro running into Dean Ambrose there. Dean Ambrose hitting him in the face and walking off again. He doesn't want any of Cesaro. Who's that in the crowd? Randy Orton is sat in the crowd watching this match. What's that all about? Dean Ambrose going up to Randy Orton there. What's going on here? Randy Orton punching Dean Ambrose in the face. That wasn't called for. Where did he come from anyway? Why was he in the match? And why is the referee not calling for disqualification? What's going on here? This just seems to have infuriated Dean Ambrose. He's running into the ring now. Looks set to take his angers out on Antonio Cesaro. He was running away before, but now he seems to be back and he wants to take his anger out. He's rolling out the ring again. But this time he tries to take Cesaro with him, but he gets his hand stomped on for his troubles. Now he's throwing Cesaro back into the ring. Elbow to the face there of Cesaro. He's going up to the top rope. This isn't like Dean Ambrose. He gets thrown off by Cesaro. Could Randy Orton have ruined this match for Dean Ambrose? He seems to have made him more angry, but that doesn't seem to be working. Cesaro, too quick, too strong to be caught out by an angry Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose here with an arm drag. A massive shot to the face there. Noted a stomp to the midsection. A big kick to the chest. Dean Ambrose is not having any of this. He resents the fact that that Randy Orton came out here to challenge him whilst he's in the middle of his match. And look at this, he goes for the dirty deeds out of nowhere, landing with Cesaro on his head. 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton providing a distraction, but it just seemed to anger Dean Ambrose rather than hinder him. So there we go. As you can see in the replay, the dirty deeds planting Cesaro right on his head. He might have some neck trauma there. And he's stood up already, but he's looking annoyed that he lost. He was obviously knocked out in the moment, and here we go. Antonio Cesaro holding up Dean Ambrose's hand. Okay, so that's the end of SmackDown there. As you saw, Cesaro embracing the WWE fans, raising Dean Ambrose's hand in victory even though he lost. Thank you for joining us for SmackDown. If you liked the show, please subscribe to It's Ajax Time for more WWE Universe Mode. We've got Monday Night Raw coming up on Monday. 3 shows a week. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.